Trump absolutely destroys Barack Obama and Eric Holder. I need to pick my words very carefully when I describe them as communist, baby killer, pro-rainbow, probably the two of the biggest satanic forces in politics in the last 20 years. But other than that, they seem like nice guys.
It's Doug 30, y'all.
Welcome to Doug in Exile. Hope you guys have subscribed. It's okay if you don't, as long as you watch is better, but you won't get those notifications unless you ring that bell. Here is the clip. We did a video on this actually already, but Trump replayed this old clip because it goes into the Democrats admitting they're going to pack the Supreme Court.
I think the Supreme Court is a broken institution. We cannot leave in place without a discussion, at least, and I think without substantive reforms being put in place, this Supreme Court as it is presently constituted. If there is a Democratic trifecta in 2028, Supreme Court reform is something that has to be considered. Potentially expanding the court is something I think that also should be considered.
Why won't the Republicans have the balls to preemptively expand the Supreme Court? If they're being vocal about what they're going to do, and they're going to do it, can you imagine the backlash of what they would say about us being totalitarian and undermining the Supreme Court? If we voted to expand the Supreme Court to 15 people and pack it with conservatives, here's Trump's tweet in support of that video clip that he showed. This is what he wrote. Obama sycophant, the former Attorney General of the United States, who did so much to hurt our country and who weaponized the Obama administration against the Republican Party, and me, Eric Holder, known as Fast and Furious, just gave a speech where he emphatically stated above all else that the Democrats will pack the Supreme Court and the United States if they get a chance. The word is he wants 21 radical left activist judges, not being satisfied with the heretofore 15 that they were seeking. It will be 21. They will destroy our Constitution. Absolutely true. And there's not a thing that the Republicans can do about it unless we terminate the filibuster, which will lead to an easy win of the midterms and an even easier win in the presidential election in 2028. This is all true. This is fair warning to Republicans that are too stupid. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massie, Rand Paul, and even some of the more traditional Republicans like even Mike Johnson may not think it is time to go radical. But that just means that you're not addressing the enemy coming into the gates, which is the Democrats. They will expand the Supreme Court. And then we have to sit there and always play catch up and go, this is against our tradition. This is against conservative constitutional values, without realizing that half of your country are done with the Constitution. They want to destroy it. They're going to have the Supreme Court completely rewrite that thing to bring in their communist age, their feminist empire. And Republicans, they're too stupid to fight. That's my theory on it. Why would the Republicans even think about giving them this opportunity? The American people don't want gridlock. They want their leaders to get things done, terminate the filibuster, and have the most successful 4 years in the history of our country by far, with not even the hint of a shutdown of our great nation. Now, you know what will happen is when the Democrats destroy the country, then everyone will look back and go, Trump called it back when he said we should simply overturn the filibuster. Here's Barack Obama claiming mainstream news, Barack Obama, the most dangerous lying scumbag, fake rackpat, fake intellectual. The philosopher king is here, guys. It's Barack Obama.
Is there one outlet out there that you would consider the least bias, sort of the most straight news?
Here's the thing. I actually think that the mainstream news still does a very good job of just presenting facts.
What a lying sack. What a liar. The mainstream news still, he's saying they're still doing the Democrat thing, guys. They still do a good job of presenting the mainstream facts, the news. He's on CBS 5, by the way, if I turn and look at the logo here. In other words, Barack Obama never poops where he eats. You don't throw your buddies under the bus when they're doing a yeoman's work of covering up for you, lying for you, advocating for you, and attacking the other side. So if Democrat media is still doing that, then Obama's going, they're still really good at presenting the facts, like that Biden is sharp as a tack, that the borders were closed when they were letting 20 million, at least, illegals come in. You know, the lie after lie. 2 masks, 1 mask works, 3 masks, 1 booster shot, 50 booster shots, vaccine passport, social distancing, unless you're marching in a Black Lives Matter riot, then it's okay to not wear a mask and not social distance. The lies, we were buried in lies. Here's more lies from Barack Obama.
I think cable, regardless of the cable station, has fallen prey to the same economic imperatives.
He wouldn't be a very good communist if he wasn't attacking the free market of cable. He's like, they have these incentives, you know, profit, paying the bills, rewarding pharmaceuticals that buy all their ad space.
That we're seeing in every other type of news, which is you are deliberately controversial, deliberately aggressive, deliberately trying to make people feel angry and aggrieved because that attracts attention.
I just want to say that Michelle on her podcast did that, his wife. He did it when he visited them, when he was yelling during the Biden campaign and telling blacks that they just don't want to vote for a woman, for Kamala Harris, because black men have a problem with misogyny. Who was deliberately divisive, and it brought him attention. That's the economy. People like conflict. It's why you watch a movie and there's a conflict in it. I'm not defending it and saying it's the good. I'm saying it's always been there. Barack Obama, you can keep your doctor. And then a guy called him a liar. That was real good marketing. Here's more on the warning. You guys know I don't like doing fear mongering, but Scott Jennings says this is what scares
you up at
him.
night, and what could Trump, how could he do better at addressing those concerns you have?
Well, what keeps me up at night? Losing elections. I mean, honestly, like the biggest danger to momentum is losing the next election. If they win, they will impeach the president again. If they win big and somehow get control of the Senate, I think Trump is right about this. They will eliminate the filibuster.
Yep.
If they were to win in 26 and 28, they will pack the courts.
Yep.
They will make DC and Puerto Rico states.
Yep.
They will do a lot of terrible things in a very, very short period of time. So what keeps me up at night is our political future. And I think we do have a lot of good things going right now, but it can all come to a screeching halt and go the exact opposite direction in the blink of an eye. So I worry.
That's what worries him and worries me too. Guys, it's losing elections. You can't win by losing. You can't win by these weirdo libertarian Epstein files conspiracies. That's why I'm pointing this community, my channel, my fellow patriots in exile. We are going to win. We're focusing on winning issues of the Republican Party winning, not just MAGA, because MAGA works through a Republican majority. So I'm done attacking the Republican Party. I know there's a lot of things on our side going, oh, the Republicans are as bad as the Democrats. No, we're not. No, we're not. That's a lie. Your only hope is that the Republican Party wins as a mass majority. The little 3% libertarians that are trying to get you to focus on UFOs, 9/11 being an inside job, Epstein files, all these ding-a-ling contrail conspiracies. I don't care. They're trivial. The Democrats are going to pack the Supreme Court and change the Constitution. Your country is over. They won't even allow you to talk about UFOs if you care about UFOs. They won't allow you to talk about, you will lose your right to free speech under the Democrats. That's what's at stake. I want to protect your ability to even fantasize about UFOs and the Epstein files, because that's all going to go away if the Democrat Party beats the Republican Party in 2026 and 2028, and we're going to win. Welcome to the community. Subscribe. Watch these videos so they keep showing up in your feed. All I want is viewers that are sober, smart, and have good tactics. And that's my job. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm here to hear from you too. I love hearing from you guys. Don't repeat that conspiracy garbage in the chat. Go ahead and do it. It's a distraction. I'm here to win. I'm here to make MAGA win. Trump win. JD Vance win. Mike Johnson win. I'm Doug in Exile. If you're in Tennessee, vote for Matt Van Epps so he wins.